Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the late night review of the Snyder's Cut Justice League film. And just got finished watching it. And let me tell you, it blew me away by all means from beginning to end. And despite being, 4 hours long, let's just say the film itself was absolutely worth it. And what I mean by that is there were a lot of plots, a lot of refixed, a lot of crazy moments, a lot of good and bad moments, a lot of sad moments. And I think the ultimate MVP of this film was Cyborg because I felt like his character went through so much. You know, after losing his mom in a car accident, and he almost lost his life in a car accident, but his dad built him up to be a cyborg due to the mother box. Now, I think one of the most interesting things about the film was the action scenes, and I feel like it was really done very good, executed. Timing was good. The fight scenes were on point, and the music itself was one of my absolute favorites. When Wonder Woman shows up on screen, they play her theme song when she fights. Then I don't know if this is supposed to be a Batman theme, but the music of him fighting those bat demons is really good. Underground, dark, gritty, that it has this death metal music to it. And that alone is I'm stuttering. I think that right there alone is one of my absolute favorite moments from this movie itself. And I have to say I was really impressed with it. The visual effects were absolutely outstanding. Zack Snyder has done himself. He has outdone himself once again. He came through with the Snyder's Cut version of the Justice League, and the design work and the visual effects and the CGI looks really good, especially Darkseid. And it's not a Steppenwolf. Now, Steppenwolf was really well. He was intimidating in times when he was fighting, against the Amazons and fighting to protect the mother box because it contains so much power. Um, he looked good in action, and when it came to the final battle between him and the Justice League, his eyes went blue all of a sudden, and he really got intense in terms of action wise. And he looked really good from the visual effects standpoint. I thought he performed very well. Uh, then you have Darkseid. Darkseid's design easily wins this one because the moment when Batman them saw Darkseid for the first time, he looked intimidating. His his design looks incredible. It looked real. It looks something you see out of a PS4 game in the Xbox One game or a PS5 game or Xbox Series. It really doesn't matter which game console you will see this film look like it came right out of it. The CGI of these characters looks so good. And there was a lot of stakes here. And there are a lot of good moments with the characters when it comes to the Justice League. And there are, not so funny moments with the team itself. So we're gonna start things off with the team. I really think that Gal Gadot did her thing as Wonder Woman, and she nailed it from the beginning of the film. when she saved those students and the teachers, fighting off those henchmen. Speed just mopping the floor, each and every one of them, detonated a bomb, tossing it up in the air when it exploded, and she really did her thing in this film. Aquaman was pretty funny in this movie as well, especially in the beginning when Batman was like trying to get everybody together, but a lot of them just turned down the offer, and they did, they did not want anything or no part of Batman's, team, or should I say? But Gal Gadot ended up coming along because she knows Batman, you know, due to the Batman versus Superman film. I'd rather not talk about that. Then you have Victor, aka Cyborg. Now, his character had a lot of depth. It had a lot of crazy moments. Like I said, losing his mother to a car accident, all because his father wasn't there. Here's the thing: his dad wasn't there for him growing up. He was always into his job being a scientist. And when it came to him being in a car accident, he comes to the hospital and all of a sudden he has compassion. And once he became cyborg, Victor, he became bitter. He became angry at the world because of what happened to him, being turned into a half human, half robot. And I guess you could say there was like this conflict between him and his dad. And when it came to the recordings, he wanted no part of it. When he was about to speak from his heart, he just crushed the recordings and act like he didn't want nothing to, do with it. And his dad let him down. He wanted you to be there for him, and he just dipped on him, all because he cared about his job more than he loved his family. And that's sad. Barry Allen, you know, I'm not really a fan of him though, to be honest. Just felt like his comedy was a little bit off in terms of, delivery, you know. But I do like his costume though, and the way he runs and the visual effects. It looks really great. From the moment he saved that girl from this idiot who was driving the truck too busy eating his hamburger. Well, not his hamburger, but eating his cheeseburger. And I don't know if he dropped his phone and he was so busy trying to reach for it, not paying attention to his road. I'm not paying attention to the road, almost killing this innocent woman. And Barry had to play his role in just saving her life. And you could tell both had a thing for each other. They was just like, lock eyes to each other though. So so he ends up getting like a weird job at working at the animal shelter thing, you know. He was just telling this lady, like, look, dogs, what I'm saying? He could tell when dogs are angry or sad or anything when they don't have food. So he gives them a hot dog. And I really thought that he was going to eat it at first, but they almost had me there for a minute. I was ready to turn this movie off for a minute. Um, well, and just like Josh Whedon Justice League, the Snyder's cut ends up doing the same thing with Clark Kent coming back to life, not knowing who his friends are, being controlled by Darkseid. And the only person that turned him around was his love, I think his wife or Lois Lane. I don't know if it's supposed to be his wife or not. I'm not sure. But it seems like she was the only one, well, the only person that he remembers. And then once they went back to his, I think his own cabinet or his own farm place, he started to come around and remembers a lot. And that's when he realized that the team that were trying to help him were the Justice League, and Batman and them try to control him, but he was too strong for them. Let's talk about the mother box, for example. The mother boxes, I feel as if they didn't really need to play a part of it. And for some reason, I kind of understand why they were in the movie in the first place because they contain power. You know, said Diana, she pretty much was telling Bruce about how the Amazons, swore to protect the mother box from anybody who dares to harm it. Well, if it decides to wake up again, you know, I don't think the mother boxes were needed, but I guess it were when it contains a lot of power, to go back to time and everything, to reflect on what happened early on during these events. I, you know, what's really interesting about this movie is of how well this movie is written. And Zack Snyder pretty much put in a whole lot of effort and timing into redoing the Justice League that was previously released 4 years ago. And the fact that it turned out so well, and I'm surprised the critics loved it, the fans loved it altogether, and that alone really lets me know, okay, I think I should check it out. And I was finally able to see it, in this app called Waizu, and they have everything, from the original movies to your modern movies. And I was really surprised that they were able to put in the Snyder's cut of the Justice League. And when I saw that yesterday, I was like, okay, now I have a reason to do this review. And I was able to watch it just now, and I was instantly hooked. But only thing that killed it for me was the 4 hours, the 4 hour run. So I think to me, this movie, it did good. It's not a, since the Snyder's cut did excellent. I'm proud of Zack Snyder for redeeming the movie that was terrible 4 years ago. But I will warn y'all that if you don't want any spoilers, you might want to turn off the stream right now. So you got a couple of cameos that made it into this movie. The Joker ended up making it into the film, having a little conversation, having a little confrontation with Batman about how many dead eyes can he see before you die inside. Like it was pretty serious in the moment when Batman, when Batman, took the card out of the Joker's hand. Um, he pretty much just, I mean, the Joker, he was just looking at Batman like he's good. Like he didn't really say anything other than just give him this bizarre look, like you're good, because Batman is not, the one to play with. And I think once again, the fight scenes of this movie was really good, even though there were a lot of slow motions. But the action itself is what made this movie even more fun for me to watch, especially in the beginning when the Green Lanterns, the Amazons, and the Vikings and the Barbarians, they were fighting Darkseid to retrieve or protect the Mother Box, and I thought it was pretty good. Darkseid looks really great. Just swinging an axe or a hammer to just destroy these people, and it was the all-out war. Um, and it was really interesting. Aquaman, he looked really great. He was funny as well, and Uh, the moment when I think he saved his wife or his partner from Steppenwolf underwater, I, I thought it looked fantastic, and I really loved the water effects in this film when it came to the Aquaman scenes. The water effects looks really nice, and I don't really. Listen, here's the thing: I don't really swim, but if I were to, I would probably would have done the same thing to see if it actually were there in that scene. But it's all fantasy, so I guess you could say that's the difference between fake and real. So, what is my overall thoughts on this movie? I thought it was good. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the chemistry between the characters, and the people that really shine were Cyborg and Superman, especially the black suit. The moment Clark Kent returned to the base, and just like in the trailer, when I think his father was telling him that everybody, loved you for who you are, make us proud, show the world what you can do. And once he puts on that black suit, it was bound to be over from them. So once he showed up about to kill Cyborg, he said for Dark Side, Superman comes in and he just mops the floor with this cat. And before you know it, the whole team just destroyed him. And I don't know what's the dude's name in the hoodie. And he said that Steppenwolf, he always failed. He was always the weakest link of the bunch. Uh, before this movie end, so a character named Manhunter. Oh, yeah, Deathstroke ends up, showing up in the movie, and uh, I think Manhunter pretty much. Hold on, let me Google these characters because I don't get all about the Justice League characters because I think I need to like write it down so that I can remember. I'm trying to find one that says Manhunter. I'm trying to find out who they are so that I can. Yeah, Manhunter. Oh, Martin Manhunter. Yeah, so he ends up, showing up in the movie as well, talking to Bruce Wayne, about wanting to help them as well, just in case they ended up doing more battles with the villains themselves. So let me do some of them right quick. Try to find a perfect thumbnail so that I can yeah. What is my overall thoughts on the Zack Snyder's Justice League? Amazing. Dark Side looks incredible. The CGI, the visual effects looks really fantastic. And I highly recommend anybody who hasn't watched the Justice League, go watch it, go check it out. It's really incredible. Um, so my score for the Justice League, 5 out of 5. The action, the story, the character development for each of the heroes, and the visual effects. Dark Side looks incredible. Steppenwolf looks crazy good. And and yes, Shadow, this movie was fire. And I love it. So that is my review of the Justice League, the Snyder's Cut version. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. So you know what to do. Put it in the chat, and I will see you all tomorrow.